God, what a great crowd. Everybody. Hey, how's everyone going? You're a great crowd. I tell you, the energy in this room is really charged. But first, any hecklers out there in the audience? Be careful. I got my eye on you. Hey, any ladies out there in the audience? Tell you, are you gals made of copper? Because I'd like to see you later. Now, I may not know everything about chemistry, but I can tell you, you've got one significant figure. Speaking of which, why was the mole so excited when he left the bar? Because he got Avogadro's number. Two atoms walk into a bar. One turns to the other one and says, "Oh no, I think I've lost an electron." The other one says, "Are you sure?" And the first one says, "Yeah, I'm positive." A neutron walks into a bar. He goes up to the bartender and orders a beer. He says, "Hey bartender, how much do I owe?" And the bartender says, "For you, no charge." What do you do with a sick chemist? Well, you try to heal him, and if you can't cure him, then you might as well bury him. And that's all I've got. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. You're a great audience. Yes, I'll be here all night, except I'm not. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Thank you all.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Django. Just an average Joe like you. And I tell you, sometimes choosing the right underwear brand can seem difficult. And I get it. But you know, it doesn't have to be that way. Sorry, I've just been told that this video apparently doesn't have enough chemistry relevance to it. That's better. Now, to give this video more chemistry relevance, we're going to take a look back through the jokes that you just saw and analyze why they're relevant to chemistry and why they're funny. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, gosh, doesn't analyzing what makes a joke funny kill all the humor residing therein? Well, you'd be right. But you know, I gotta get those full points somehow. So let's take a look at that first side-splitting opener. The energy in this room is really charged. God, I'm hilarious. You see, that joke was funny and relevant to chemistry because charge is what happens when an ion does not have an equal number of electrons and protons, and so suggesting that the room was charged gives it a double meaning, like the charge of the energy in a room and the charge of an ion. See? It's funny. Let's look at the next one. Be careful. I got my eye on you. Get it? It's funny because it's like the phrase "I've got my eye on you," but ion is referring to, in chemistry, an atom or a group of atoms that has an electrical charge based on the number of protons and electrons it has. So, you know, it's funny. Laugh! Are you gals made of copper? Because I'd like to see you later. Now that one is easy to explain. The symbol for the element of copper is Cu, which is funny because I said see you. Get it? Chemistry. Got one significant figure. Now that is funny because when you use the word significant figure in relation to chemistry, it talks about whether or not a number, a digit in a number, is relevant or not to the unit that you're trying to get to. But, you know, when you're talking about ladies, a significant figure, you know, it's the bodily parts. So. Because he got Avogadro's number. Now that one is, you know, it's scientifically hilarious because a mole is a unit of measurement in chemistry, and Avogadro's number is the number of units that are required to make up a mole of a specific substance. Now, Avogadro's number in particular is 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. Now, that's a really big number, and we're using it to, you know, talk about how numbers are often used to refer to phone numbers, and you get them at anyways, you get the idea. On to the next one. It says, "Yeah, I'm positive." Now that one is funny, because the atom said, I'm positive, which is like how we say that we are 100% sure that something happened. And yet, at the same time, when an atom is positive, it means that it has lost an electron, so it has a charge that is positive. You get that? Of course you got it. And the bartender says, "For you, no charge." That's funny, because neutrons, they don't have any charge. And when you say no charge, it can mean you don't have to pay any money, or you can mean that you don't have an electrical charge. So, if I was to say a neutron doesn't have any charge, it can mean that the neutron doesn't have to pay any money, or it can also mean that the neutron just doesn't have a charge, which neutrons do. And so, it's a pun. Still laugh about it. Anyways, next joke. You try to helium, and if you can't cure him, then you might as well bury him. Oh god, that was a really good one, wasn't it? So, that's funny for 3 reasons. 1, well, helium, that's an element. 2, curium, that's another element. And 3, barium. Well, you just got the trifecta of elements right there. They're all elements. And elements, they're like chemistry. Elements, chemistry, they go hand in hand. And that's why it's funny. And that's also why it's relevant to chemistry. So, you get my drift? You get my drift. Anyways, next joke. Well, that's about all I got for now. I hope you've enjoyed listening to why these jokes are funny, and I also hope you enjoyed seeing all those jokes for the second time. I hope they were just as frickin' hilarious. I'm Django, and I'm out of here.